Welcome back, Let's Players. Let's, I guess, finish the game, because we're in the epilogue. So yeah. I am as confused as you are at this point.
You haven't had any notes from the Phantom?
No phantoms here.
Notes? No, I have no notes from any Phantom. You are imagining things, Raoul. Why don't you rest until the doctor comes?
But he was here. I have his mask and... Wait, where are they?
Where what? Oh my god, the color frames? Where are the color frames?
My dear Raoul, you are mistaken. Those items have been locked in that glass case for a century. Look.
You glance over to the glass case, and you see it is whole. Inside, you see the Phantom's mask, a small golden wedding ring, and a stack of sheet music entitled Don Juan Triumphant.
Well, who caused the chandelier tragedy?
What chandelier tragedy?
Oh my god, like this game could have never happened at all. So why did he fall from the catwalk? Come on, why was he even there? If none of this happened, why was he there?
The chandelier fell on the audience earlier tonight.
My dear boy, that bump on the head really has done a number on you. The chandelier is hanging from the ceiling, where it has always hung, for 100 years.
Did it fall 100 years ago?
Go away and leave me alone.
Very well, you rest. Christine will be back with the doctor soon.
My god. What the hell? You were perplexed. Was it a dream? It couldn't have been. It was too real. Wait. What about Madame Jury's book? You decide to check on what the book says about the Phantom's demise. You could have just read it there, Al. You didn't have to get up and sit back down with it. You quickly turn to the last paragraph, which reads, Eric, the Phantom of the Opera, met his death, along with the brave Raoul de Chagny in 1881, when the chandelier upon which both men were fighting fell from the ceiling. Monsieur de Chagny was given a hero's burial, while the Phantom was buried in an unmarked pauper's grave, but the artifacts were kept in the Opera Library for safekeeping. I do believe that the world has heard the last of Eric, the Phantom of the Opera. So we killed Raoul de Chagny anyway. Someone got to die out of this, which means that Christine Daae was by herself. Forever. Okay, let's see. The ending has changed. You quickly thumb through the book once again to make sure. Was it a trick? Have the forces of destiny played on you? You realize now that you somehow managed to save the life of not only Christine Daae, but of Christine Fleuron. As for the Phantom, he's gone forever. But, well, hey, what about Raoul de Chagny? You killed him. He could have been happy. We could have had... Oh. What is he? There's no such thing as chance, and what to us seems like the merest accident springs from the deepest source of destiny. Johannes Christoph Friedrich von Stiller, 1759 to 1805. You have achieved a score of 250 out of 250 possible points. That gives you a rank of director. We never used the color frames. Not once. Were we hanging on to these for no reason? Designed and written by Raymond Benson. Maybe he can tell me what the hell just happened. Color frames, people, we picked them up so many times. We didn't need them. Produced by Matt Gruson. Lead programmer and technical director Brian Reynolds. Art direction Ken Nishii. Music by Michael Brox. Michael Brox is the Phantom of the Opera, which lead artist was Frank Frazier. The development team. Color frames, people. We never used them. There's no point. We picked them up all that time. Applications programming was Paula Hayes. Mad Systems design was Matt Gruson and Brian Reynolds, and Mad Systems veneering Ryan Reynolds. Color frames! This game all hinges on color frames. I mean, really, if you didn't use the things you picked up, and the game actually asked you to pick them up, like they were everywhere. Oh, sorry. Nicholas Russo, Burger, Mike Gibson, Robert... I can't even bother anymore. I mean, like, the story in itself, like, the beginning of the story was bad. We all were there. We all witnessed the badness. But really... Charles Shenton, Lord Durink, Laura, Raymond Benson, Salvatore Vitale. I was in love with Kevin Boehm. Oh, well, no. Look, Yvonne Chenoweth. She actually exists. Let's go find Julie Geary. Who was the Phantom of the Opera? We will never know. But he was also played by Ken Race, who probably was the Phantom of the Opera. And I will never meet Michael Craighead in my life because he was the most creepiest Degas ever. That is if he's voiced him as well. But yeah, so we had a bad story to begin with, and then we were picking up objects that we didn't need, and then like all of a sudden the story just went through. We were in the past, and then it was kind of like lulled for a moment, and then it really sped up, and it was just terrible. Jonathan Caspian, you have the worst voice ever for this role. All of these people are not French. This is why this game does not work. Oh no, we will not be seeing Douglas Kaufman, who is Edgar Degas, who is... Don't you? Terrible. Terrible! Greg Kemper was alright. Kemper? He's got temper. Oh, Quality Assurance Management was Michael Craighead, which was the model for Edgar Degas. But... my god, game. Really? You know, I'm sure someone at some point went, do we need to make this game? Someone should have said no. Microprose should have said no. Why did Microprose say yes to this game? It makes no sense. It's terrible and makes no sense. It's not even like... it's not even like a... how do I put it? Kind of like a Donnie Darko, where not everyone gets it, but it's interesting. Actually, Donnie Darko is actually kind of a good analogy, since it has time travel in it, which it shouldn't have. And it's not really based on Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, because... sorry, Gaston Leroux. Because, like, you know... it would have had more Phantom facts. Instead of them just going, hey, we kind of know the Phantom of the Opera, let's make this. Alright, let's see who we have to thank for their additional contributions. Oh, there was Robert Pompery for the Theatre Lyric Baltimore. Don't know why he was needed. And Steve Goldenstein, who's the Morris Mechanic Theatre Baltimore. Doug Kaufman, and Kate Morrill, and Randy Frank, which is a really dirty sounding name. Hey, I'm Randy Frank. And Sid Meier. This is a work of fiction. No shit. Any similarities between peoples, living and dead, or characters in this story are entirely coincidental, except for Edgar Degas, who was a real painter, and who may or may not have been a lecherous old man. But you know, he did paint all those pictures of those young never mind. Closed captioned for the sound card impaired. Ah ha ha. Slanderous. So... I have a feeling that's the end of Return of the Phantom. Yes, that is the end of Return of the Phantom. To what we're playing next, I wrote it down, and now I can't remember it. Yes, I can see it. What we're playing next. So,